All right, right about now. By the way, if you like this t-shirt that I'm wearing, Rafael de Toledo, Fake Kingmaker, you can go to our website, Good Fine Records, and purchase this t-shirt. He's an artist on our label. He's from Brazil. The album's called Fake Kingmaker, but we're not talking about Brazil today. We're talking about Italy. We're talking about Italian soundtracks. And first up, the Bloodstained Shadow. This soundtrack is just what I look for in a soundtrack. It's like, what were they on? It's so futuristic. It's by the great Stelvio Cipriani, and they just cover so many genres in this record. They go from funk to psych to prog to blues to post-punk. They're just way ahead. Post-punk hadn't even come out yet. They're just way ahead of the curve. I don't know what their influences were, but this is a record that you listen to and gape at in awe. A great soundtrack for Bloodstained Shadow. Next up, by the great Ennio Morricone, Il Sorriso del Gran Tentatore. Anyway, this is another soundtrack that's super just ahead of the curve. They insert these like vocal impulsive chants throughout the record, and for a lot of the soundtrack, it's like lush orchestrative film scorey music. You can tell the band is just chomping at the bit to get going. You just get that feeling. And when they flex, about 40% of this record is that band is flexing and bringing you some hard funk, some hard grooves, and some proggy, borderline psych vibes. It's just a super dope record with a super dope cover. Come on now. This record, We Still Kill the Old Way. Always love that title. I need to see this movie. To be honest, this is a lush film score for a film that came out, I guess, in the 60s, I think. But what I really got it for, it just got hard breaks and samples. Like it's 70% a nice film score that you just ride along to. But now and again, it just breaks into some hard percussive drum beats out of nowhere. You're just like, what is this? And it's just like loop heavy and break heavy for all you diggers out there, all you producers out there. You know, always look out, check it out. Legata in galore. This is another record that's just like, most of it is just sort of like lush score, beautiful instrumentation and stuff. About 60% of it, but about 40% of this record is just another one of like, what were they thinking of? They just draw these influences almost from outer space. It's like they have some psych elements. When they get into some blues, some psyche blues elements, then they just go into some hard funk, then they go into some R&B. The whole record as a whole is a great record, but they just put it over the top when they just start messing around and just fiddling with different genres that they have no business fiddling with, and it totally works. Lagata in Ingolore, great record. And finally, this record, La Regata con la Pistola. This record is just packed jam with, as I mentioned before, but just hyped up even more so. They cover so many genres in this record. They go from blues to funk to rock to psych to prog to jazz. They just cover it all and they just execute it. It's like they can't make up their mind. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I guess when I see the movie, it'll kind of make sense. But they go from different genre to different genre, and each song is just tight and just executes. And the musicianship is top draw. So here we go. 5 Italian soundtracks that I love. Check out the merch. You know how we do. Hi-Fi Recluse, Good Fine Records. Come on, let's get it.